I'm on! Greetings, YouTube! Danny Staten here on the Danny Dan blog. I'm back with some more, dare I say it, good stuff. That's right, I'm checking out another classic illustrated. I'm checking out The Mysterious Island by Jules Verne. I guess this would be a part two. Last week, I checked out Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. So this week, I'm going to check out The Mysterious Island by Jules Verne. When I was checking out Journey to the Center of the Earth last week, I pointed out that it was a 2008, a reprint of the classic illustrated from back in the day. But this time I've got a rare treat. This is number 34, a 15-cent classic illustrated. Yes, this bad boy isn't in the best shape in the world, but that's to be expected. It's from 1947. Could be one of the oldest comics I have. So does anybody remember Jules Verne's The Mysterious Island? Did you read it in high school? Was it part of your curriculum like it was mine? I had to read this book in high school. It was required. But I really dug The Mysterious Island movie, which, sadly, I don't think this comic book is exactly like the movie. It really ain't. So does anybody remember the movie? You know I gotta do this bit, right?
Whatever you have imagined in your wildest dreams now becomes a visual reality. As Jules Verne's most fantastic adventure in space and time becomes an amazing film experience. Lighten the basket, we gotta gain height.
Now this will be a copyright claim for sure. Drat. Maybe if I talk over it a little bit, they won't give me that big copyright claim, because it won't be exactly like the video, right?
The man whose great stories inspired such unusual films as Around the World in 80 Days, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Journey to the Center of the Earth, surpasses them all with Mysterious Island.
Why is that making me hungry?
Michael Craig, who triggers the screen's most thrilling escape. Gary Merrill as a war correspondent. Joan Greenwood, shipwrecked on the Mysterious Island. And in this story of survival, Michael Callan and Beth Rogan.
Beth, I hear you calling.
What's it doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, if I was going to get trapped on an island, I'd want to get trapped with Beth.
Also starring Herbert Lom as the mysterious Captain Nemo and his fabulous submarine, the Nautilus.
Aren't we able to do anything to save our...
Oh, this is a long trailer. I'm going to get so beat.
Super Dynamation, newest and greatest screen process, astonishes the eye with such scenes as the fight to the death with a prehistoric devilfish,
Oh my God, welcome to Copyright Theater.
discovery and destruction of an underwater city,
How long is this blooming trailer? Nemo!
Mysterious Island, photographed on land, under the sea, and in the air. Truly a first in motion pictures.
I can already hear that little notification bell going off for the copyright claims I'm going to get for showing that bloody trailer. But I had to let you see the trailer. I had to remind you of the movie that this comic book probably isn't exactly like. Let's go ahead and get started. Inside the front cover, we learned that in 1945 you could have ordered hardback comic books. That's right, for $1 each. You could have had the hardback versions of Classic Illustrated. Oh my God, I wish I had the whole hardback collection, don't you? Does anybody have these? Let me know in the comments below. And right off the rip, you get a big long list of characters that they're going to expect me to remember the names of all these goose, and you know that probably ain't going to happen. We got Cyrus Harding. I'm going to call him Jeff Harding. You got Pencroft. You got Herbert. You got Bigfoot and me and my dog. Good gravy. You got the Omnish guy. You got Neb. Neb will be easy to remember. Ain't that right, Sick? No, I didn't say that. And this guy, he looks like a YouTuber too, but I'm not going there. You got old Atron the Wild Man and Dr. Wu! Dr. Wu is Captain Nemo featured in The Mysterious Island. So apparently in this comic book, at a rebel prisoner of war camp. Yeah, it's just confusing. I thought it was a prisoner of war camp from the rebels, right? But in this one, it's like the Yankees, they saying, and Jeff Harden's a bad guy, and anyway, and Pencroff is the balloon guy, and they're planning to get the balloon up. That's right, they're going to do some spying. The dog's all happy about it. Literally, this book blows, man. Look, bad weather sets in. I didn't even catch it in that one little panel. That one little panel where bad weather sets in. And then I turned the page, and on the very next page, you get a rendition of what happened. Yeah, bad weather set in. We all jumped on the balloon. It flung. Guys fell off and drowned, and we flown away. And literally on one turn of the page, they're already on a freaking island. They're already looking around. They already got that little girl boy making them something to eat. And just like that, they're already exploring the island. This book moves really quick. They're going to bash some little pigs on the head for dinner. They're going to have some bacon. And we're going to spend endless page after endless page of them catching animals, of them exploring the island, of them killing seals to make seal oil for their lanterns. You know, it isn't working out too good for the animals on this island. I guess back in the day, you had to do what you had to do to survive. Oh, check this out. Oh my God, they're making mud bricks and building them an oven to cook the animals, to smelt the metal, to do all kind of work. They're geniuses. That guy must be the professor. So in full disappointing panels brought to you by the Daily Dan Blog. I keep waiting for Ginger and Marianne to show up. I want to see Best Booty drawn up in this comic book. But you know what? It don't seem to be happening. Just a lot of exploring, a lot of cave dwelling, a lot of fire, a lot of Jeff Harden telling long stories. We're used to Jeff Harding telling long stories, aren't we? You know, I really don't feel like I'm looking through a comic book based on the Mysterious Island. I feel like I'm reading Jungle Jim and the Jungle Explorers. Now they fighting with cheetahs. I guess they want them a nice cheetah coat to wear because they got the skins of every other animal on the island. Oh, what, they going to teach this cheetah to fetch? No, it didn't work out that way. Pig got cooked. Cheetah became a jacket. Life went on. They could have had a pet cheetah, but they blowed it. So they built them a boat. And of course, the boat leaks. So they struggle around the island, bailing out the boat, and they find what? They find some supplies. They get lucky. They find everything they need laying on the island. Books, journals, navigation equipment, guns, musket balls, gunpowder, weapons, a holy Bible. You better start praying, guys. Well, with all them fine navigational equipment they found, they realized they in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, about as far away from anything as you could be. There's only one thing to do. Let's go to work. Build us a blame old ship right there. So they get to work and they start building on their big old ship. When they hear one of their companions, the goofy one, holler, "Hey, look what I found!" And he found a cliff dwelling up there where the old natives used to dwell. As they go in and investigate, they find it is the home of the Bigfoot. Sasquatch Gorilla. Sasquatch Gorilla comes out and goes, "Rah!" Somebody thinks about shooting them, but they say, hold on, wait a minute. So they decide they're going to take the place. They find out that Monkey Man has his own house, so they raid Monkey Man's house. They push Monkey Man against the wall. Monkey Man gets stabbed in the arm. Boy, that's just cruel. We have a Monkey Man. Monkey Man get rehabilitated. Monkey Man becomes part of the clan. Monkey Man smokes a pipe. Monkey Man is trained and educated. Monkey Man may be a Bigfoot. Probably not, but It's a good thought, right? Well, how are you enjoying the comic book? I guess it's a good time to give a couple of shout outs. There's a shout out for Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, True Cryptid Encounters. Be sure to check out True Cryptid Encounters. It will make the perfect Christmas present. A big shout out for my friend Dave Sunstorm. Dave and his brother Steven Sunstorm, the Good Stuff guys here on YouTube. Two of my favorite channels. My partner in crime, Thrash Prondo Ponds. You can see me in Ponds coming up. This Sunday is Dan and Ponds. Safe Christmas! Pat McCormick on the Golden Rage of TV. Hey, did you catch Pat McCormick, Thrash Pondo Pines, BK on the air, and Dave Sunstorm? They were on Monday night with one of the greatest shows about commercials that ever existed. They didn't show the commercial my mom was in. I was a little disappointed, but nobody asked me. With other special shout-outs to Big Guys 45s, Corey's Comedy Channel. Hey, I was hanging out with Corey last night. My flock is everywhere, Sarah. You know we love Sarah, our incredible co-host with Puns and also on BBB Saturday Night Show. The Nostalgic Pod Blast Chance, one of my favorite channels. Retro Nerd Girl, Brain Benders, Banners, Chrissy, AAP Homestead, AAP for life, boy. The Unapologetic Geek. Hey, I love his shows. Harold the Hatter with a special shout out to my friend Eric over at Gypsy Road. We miss you, bye. Well, it didn't take them long, and they built them a schooner. That's right. They built that big, beautiful boat. You couldn't just throw a raft together or something. You might to make you a damn yacht. So a couple of the dudes get together and decide they're going to go all sailing in the yacht. It looks like Gorilla Boy's becoming more and more human every day. No. That's the wild man living in the woods that was hanging out with the monkey. He's freaking out because they stole his monkey. Yeah, you don't steal Tarzan's monkey boyfriend, do you? He'll get all riled up and you'll wind up rolling through the woods fighting with him. But they captured the wild man. Meanwhile, the two goose that took a boat ride, it didn't work out real well. I think they sunk. And then they have a big flashback where they're remembering scenes from the war. Oh, good gravy. You will remember scenes from the war. Scenes from the war. In full long panels. Brought to you by the Daddy Dan blog. We give you flashbacks to the war. Boy, this guy didn't handle it real well. He comes out of it. He made friends with the Union guy who was on his partner as they spot a ship sailing in the distance. Well, this ain't gonna be good, he said. That looks like pirates. Yep, I done given up on Beth and the other hot chicks showing up in this comic book, right? Haven't you? That's just false advertising, and they took liberties with that movie. I'm very disappointed. You know, I didn't remember when I read Jules Verne 40 years, 50, 45 years ago or whatever, that there wasn't no girls in the book. I guess I was about action and adventure back then, and not chicks. But there's no chicks in this comic book. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum, the pirates show up to get them some. That's right, Captain Jack and the Wild Man swim out and do battle on the boat with the pirates, dropping a fiery Molotov cocktail in their hole where the gunpowder's stored. Ha, they pull the move on the pirates. They take out most of the pirates, blowing their little boat to smithereens, shoot the rest of them on the beach. This comic book's a homoerotic nightmare. Ugh. So they get their little dinghy washed up on the shore. Look what I found. It's our little dinghy. They put it back together, work on it a little bit, and they get it settled and settle it back around the island. Finish off the rest of the pirates still lurking around. Little girly boy got injured in the melee with the pirates. Monkey's taking care of him. Bigfoot and Ape Boy over there. He makes a really good doctor. What? Hey, guess what? Even though you hadn't seen it, the incredibly turned gray old dog is still around. I'm glad the old dog's still around to hang out with the little Bigfoot. That just makes my life complete. Oh my God. Now they're going to go one-on-one with whatever in the blue heck this is. Some kind of dinosaur from a prehistoric past. Hey, does anybody realize this book's getting close to the end now? And still no Captain Nemo? They blooming on this blooming island 8 freaking years. I swear to God, they built 2 boats. One of them sunk. Now they're building a freaking ship. They're going to build a galleon. They built fireplaces. They built houses. They built cabins. Oh my God, they're starting schools teaching the illiterate how to read. And they even got them a fort going on up in here. But yet they couldn't find Nemo yet. It's been years since somebody left them supplies on the beach. It's been years since they found that journal I showed you pages and pages ago when they found that crap on the beach, him reading the book and all that. But yet, no Nemo. I watched that really cool movie in preparation for this comic book review. I got all excited about how Beth was going to look. So not only do I not get no hot chicks because they don't exist in the comic book or the story, that's a creation of Hollywood, I get no Nemo. Hardly at all. Anyway, we're going to go search the island. Hey, look, we found a cave. Maybe finally we're going through the cave. We're searching inside the cave. Wonder why they decided to go into the cave and have a look around. Yeah, let's paddle on through here. Finally, near the last pages of the comic book, they find the beautiful Nautilus. It don't take long before they go aboard and find a sick Nemo. Really? Oh, my God. It's a sick Nemo who informs them that the ship ain't gonna sail. It's got nuclear problems and blah, 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 blah. You gotta be bleeping freaking blah, beep, 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 beep. You gotta be, you are kidding me. I can't quit cussing. Boy, I hope I paused out most of that rant where I said all them horrible words. Do you freaking believe this? Nemo died. They find him. He died. They get a strong box full of treasure. The submarine ain't worth the crap. Let's go back to building a boat. Yeah, we gotta build our boat. That volcano look like it might erupt. It's starting to spew. So they work hard. They work religiously. They build and build and build. But they don't build fast enough and the island blows up. Pieces of them and their boat are scattered throughout the land. They all come together, hanging to the crappy sides of their destroyed boat. As in the distance, a ship appears. You believe this? You beeping believe this? The ship appears, it picks them up, it's an ironclad. Yep, they report the destruction of Nemo to the captain of the ironclad. They have been rescued, and that ends the mysterious island adventure that makes me want to pluck my eyes out and scream all of a sudden. Hey, that looks familiar. Ain't this the same thing we saw in that last Jules Verne comic book I did? A big long inlay page about Jules Verne. I really didn't remember back in the day when I read this comic book that in the mysterious island there were no girls. I really didn't remember that from my novel reading 45 years ago. I watched the movie in preparation and found myself disappointed there were no girls. And you could have ordered this for $1.50. That's right. All the really cool tattoos of the day. It's lick and stick. Oh, good gravy. And on the back, you get a list of all the really cool classic illustrated comic books you could have had back in 1947. And I'm trying to keep it clean so Dave Sunstorm might actually share this out, so I'm not going to make a Trojan condom joke here. Well, that concludes my double shot of Jules Verne. Keeping it clean, keeping it cool, keeping it classic and good stuff here in December because it's Christmas. I'm going to do this all the way up to after Valentine's Day. Nice, cool, fun stuff. Nothing monstrous. But I promise you, come March, the monsters will return. Plug over, dudes.